Yo, we are getting ready for Common Assessment 4B, your statistics. Test. Question number 1. A librarian wants to add new books to the library. She wants to know, what kind of books students like best. What kind of books do the students like best? What is the best way for her to find out? To ask 30 students? To ask 30 parents? To ask 30 teachers? To ask 30 people at the public library? Well, she wants to know what kind of books students like best, so it makes sense that she would ask 30 students. Okay, so that is a reading question. All right, but that is the question. So let's keep it moving on to the next question. You would do 1.2 by yourself, obviously. All right, let's look at this next question. All right, let me take a look at that. All right, so on this one it says a teacher wants to know how many students. Can I zoom this up? Teacher wants to know how many students at a school play video games. She knows that around 50% or half of the kids in the country play video games. Okay. So we're comparing the schools to the country. Okay, so 15 plus 10 is 25. 15 plus the 10 here is 25. So if we divide this one by 25 and we divide this one by 25, we get the percent. Same thing here. Okay. 17 plus 8 is 25, right? Okay, 25. Okay, and if we divide this by 25, we get the total percent. All right, so we're talking about the total here. 8 plus 17 is 25, and 15 plus 10 is 25. So then what we are going to do is clear. Let's just go to standard. Okay. 15 divided by 25 equals, that's going to be 60% at school A play video game. And if this is 60, this has to be 40. Okay, plus 60 plus 40 equals 100%. Okay, so if we do 10 divided by 25, that's 40%. Okay, so 8 divided by 25 equals 32%. 32%. Okay, so what's that? Like 48. 17 divided by 25 equals 68. Tripping. Okay, 68%. All right. So the country does 50%. Okay. At school A, it's 60%. So school A is close to the usual amount. 50, 60 can be considered close. But school B has fewer, which is true. The country has 50, school B has fewer. So this could possibly be correct. Let's look at the other ones. All right, and let me move down. Okay, so now we can't see the bottom one. Okay, I probably should have moved this up like that. Okay, boom. Boom. 60, 32. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this. Let me pause this and fix this. All right, so I moved it up. It said, and we said that this, oh, really. Okay, here we go. All right, so school A is close, okay, because it was like 50 compared to 60. School A and school B both have fewer video games. No, because school A has more. So B can't be right. Both schools, no, one has more, one has less. School A has, no, because school A has more, okay, at 60%. Okay, so A has to be the correct answer. So you're doing this process of comparison and elimination. All right, so that's how you do that. Go ahead and do the same thing for the next one. Okay. And pause and rewind is necessary. I wrote the notes there for the percentages. Let's go on to the next one. Pause it there. All right, there are 400 students in the 5th grade at Jayden's school. He wants to know how many students like pizza the best. He asked 3 groups of 20 students, so that's 60 students. 60 total students. Here's what he finds. So group A out of 26, 5 out of 20, and 7 out of 20. So then we add this up and we get 18. All right. We get 18 like pizza. 18 students like pizza. So 18 out of 60 equals, calculate the average, 18 divided by 60 equals 30%, 0.3. How many students in the whole 5th grade? Well, there's 400. So we're going to multiply this times 400. Okay, 30% of 400, 0.3 times 400 equals 120. Equals 120 possibly like pizza out of the whole 5th grade. So that's going to be 120 is B. Okay. Okay, even though this is kind of a little bit wrong. So this should be like 81. And this should be 121. Okay. And then this one should be like 141. Oh, we could leave it at, let's say 141. Okay, so that's a little bit off, which means I probably gotta fix this. 181. Anyway, so that's how you do that one. I'll make these edits and I'll be back. All right, made those edits. Okay, even got some notes down here. Well, you know, probably need to write your own notes. Probably will delete the notes out of there. All right, so we got another question, which is here. So let's go ahead and do that next. All right, next question. Some 4th grade students were asked what What is their favorite subject? Here are their results. Okay, see the results: science 30, math 45, reading 15, social studies 10. A total of 100 students were asked. Okay, so if there are 8,000 students in fourth grade in the whole country, how many would say math is their favorite? Okay, so if 45 out of 100, okay, they said 100, 45 out of 100 is going to equal 0.45, and then we're going to times that times 8,000. Okay, clear. 45 divided by 100 equals 4.5 times 8,000 equals 3,600. So 3,600 students, okay, 3,600 students would probably say that they like math. All right, so I'll probably change this around. All right, and do that like this. Boom. Do the same thing over here. All right, so fix that, and that's how you do that question. And then put your notes below. All right, let me see if there's any more questions. I think that's it so far. So let's stop right here. If you got any questions, ask me in class. Other than that, peace.